everyone, and welcome to Startup Central, the first and only daily show in India dedicated to startups and entrepreneurship. I'm Avant Dabash. Well, the big story of the day is mobile ad tech company InMobi and Microsoft. They've entered into a global strategic partnership, and the deal will have InMobi moving to the Azure cloud platform, and the companies will be working together in several global markets. In fact, let's get you some of the top voices there. Anant Maheshwari of Microsoft India, as well as Naveen Tewari, founder of InMobi. They both join in right now on the show, and we talk a lot about the contours of this deal and why exactly this partnership is so crucial. Good evening, gentlemen. Great to have you with us on Startup Central. Naveen, to begin with, just walk us through this partnership with Microsoft, a very significant one. You're going to be moving to Azure as part of this. What is going to be the larger impact?
Oh, absolutely. Look, we are extremely excited about this partnership with Microsoft. As a company, if you know InMobi, we've been a very formidable global player in the advertising space, what we call the advertising cloud. And, we would work with enterprises and their marketing organizations to essentially give access to media that they could buy through the InMobi's advertising cloud. Going forward, one of the things that we are adding is just not limiting ourselves to buying media, but also providing cloud software for companies to effectively utilize to run their marketing organizations on. And the reason why we are doing this, and we're doing this with Microsoft, the reason why we're doing this is because we feel in this new age, in this new world where the life of a CMO is extremely complex because his customer or her customers are largely on connected devices, they need a completely new set of platforms. And so therefore, it's a unique proposition that InMobi is bringing out where both the media and the software parts of the world are coming together. And that's the way both InMobi and Microsoft sees the future. Now, in terms of where we think the partnership really comes to play is in the following. On one hand, Microsoft is extremely interested and excited about going after the marketing organization within the enterprises that they already have access to. So therefore, they want to be able to have a new age solution that they can take to all of their enterprises, that they can leverage the new world of advertising and marketing. So that's one. Second, together we are also co-creating a lot of new technologies and products which we feel would be great value add for the CMO and for the marketing organization.
Okay, let's also get in some perspective from you then. And Anant, what exactly does this partnership bring to the table from Microsoft? How is it strategically important for you as a company?
InMobi is going to work very closely with Microsoft on the Azure platform in building new offerings for the marketing and the advertising cloud capabilities for CMOs in enterprise. They'll also extend the partnership in co-innovating and building new solutions linking to existing Microsoft platforms like Dynamics and many others. And on the go-to-market side, it's really bringing together the global scale of Microsoft's enterprise and other commercial business relationships ranging from Fortune 500 companies to SMBs across the world, and bringing within those companies to the CMO the capability of InMobi marketing and advertising cloud. So it's really creating a very deep domain on marketing and advertising, leveraging Microsoft's platform.
Now, Anant, this also comes many months after Flipkart made a similar move to Azure, and Microsoft also announced investment into Flipkart. So does this deal involve an investment from Microsoft? Is it on the cards in the future? Naveen?
It's a very different nature of a relationship that we have with InMobi. It is, as I mentioned, a global go-to-market, which is really serving customers globally, both Microsoft and InMobi customers, and bringing cross-platform capabilities to them. The second key area in this one would be around how we'll work in creating a broader data graph adding to the Microsoft data graph capabilities in enterprises, and now adding the InMobi capabilities there. And third, I think this is a testimony to the ISV partnering model that Microsoft has. While it has the complete alignment on the go-to-market, it's really taking the intellectual property of the ISV, which is InMobi in this case, to customers globally.
Naveen, just going to pose a question to you. It comes many months after Flipkart has made this move. Does this deal involve the investment of Microsoft? Is that on the cards in the future?
In this partnership, this is a business partnership right now. The management teams of Microsoft, right from Satya onwards, are very excited about this partnership. The founding and the management team of InMobi is extremely excited about the partnership. We think this is game-changing. Right now, it's a business partnership, and we are, the partnership potential is so large that I don't think we have yet broached any other topic of investment or anything of that sort right now.
So, Naveen, tell us, why Azure and why not AWS?
I think it kind of goes to the core of what Microsoft has become under the leadership of Satya. I think Microsoft is now a very partnership pro organization, which is a massive change over the past few years. And we felt that with Microsoft, we were potentially going to get a partner who is not just thinking about, something at a platform level, etc., but thinking about how to help businesses grow, or our business grow significantly. And look, this partnership and the scale and stage of this partnership is mammoth in size. And I think, it took us over a year to construct this partnership and put it together. So it's a fairly complex partnership, fairly large partnership, fairly global in nature. And I think, Microsoft showed all the, might to actually make and pull this partnership. So we are very, very keen, and we were very, very keen throughout to do this with Microsoft.
Now, Anant, a lot of Indian startups use Amazon Web Services, but are we seeing a tough fight from Azure? And now if you go by InMobi and Flipkart, what value does Microsoft bring that Amazon can't?
I will speak on Microsoft. I think you will have to provide the commentary on Amazon. But speaking very specifically on Microsoft, we have a partner-led model, which is serving enterprises and commercial businesses globally. In that partner-led model, we combine the capabilities that Microsoft has on technology and go-to-market with the unique capabilities that our ISV partners bring to the table. And that way, we can serve multiple CXOs in an enterprise-focused manner to enable them to achieve more. And in this particular case with InMobi, we are really focused on serving the central marketing officers, the chief marketing officers, much better in enterprises.
Now, Naveen, interestingly, this comes many months after the appointment of Ravi Krishnaswamy as your CTO. He, of course, is a Microsoft veteran himself, was with Flipkart when it transited to Azure. Did that experience also play a role?
You bring a very interesting point, and certainly Ravi, who is our CTO right now, has played a big role in doing this partnership and in closing this partnership. One of the big reasons why we even started to talk to each other a few months ago, about 6-9 months ago, was because we saw that such a partnership could even happen. And so his expertise, experience, and leadership at Microsoft for almost 20 years would come in really handy, and it has. And we are very, very happy with the fact that Ravi is leading this right from the front and making this partnership happen for us.
Anant, can we expect more startups now to see this kind of a transition to Azure in the future?
It is already happening. We have a very significant wave of startups and unicorns working with Azure and also the broader Microsoft capabilities around Microsoft 365, Office 365, Dynamics 365, and the data and AI capabilities. So the fact that Microsoft is the #1 cloud provider both globally and India, when you combine the infrastructure, platform, and software capabilities, that is a unique value proposition, not just for unicorns and startups, but also for broader enterprises.
So Naveen, how are things otherwise on the business front? China worked out very well for you. Are there any other milestones, say from a financial or an operational perspective, that you're targeting?
Look, our advertising business is just killing and going, through the roof. We are very, very happy. China has been exceptional. It's growing quite a lot. We are seeing massive signs of our growth. We are clearly, we did an acquisition earlier part of the year, which we had talked about. And so we are seeing massive growth signs, and we are seeing that happen for ourselves. We are clearly one of the largest platforms out there. So, such a partnership with Microsoft on top of a very thriving advertising business kind of gets us into the core of how we can impact every component of advertising and marketing in the world through media and through software. And so therefore, on one dimension of it, we are already a leader. On the second one, we are hopefully with this partnership, we'll also be a leader in that side.
Now, Naveen, we have had 2 unicorns in 2 weeks in India, Swiggy as well as PolicyBazaar. Are we seeing optimism return to the startup ecosystem, especially in terms of valuation, in terms of the kind of investments and conviction being made and seen?
Look, I think, valuations are a slight misnomer to the excitement about startups. I think, companies are doing some really, really good job. In India, they're solving real problems. I think it takes time to understand what's the exact business model for some of these companies would be and how would they scale. And I think, entrepreneurs have been at this job, persistently and solving the exact same problem for the last several years to get to this stage. And I'm very, very happy to see our fellow entrepreneurs actually create such, amazing companies which are solving real problems. And I'm pretty sure, by the way, you'll see a lot more of these continue to happen. The cycle of investors are always, they kind of go up and down a little bit, but the real problems stay, and an entrepreneur solving for those real problems will always, whether now or a little later, will get rewarded rightly for it.
Thank you so much, both Anant as well as Naveen, for joining in, giving us a gist of what this partnership means. As you're saying, it's a business partnership. It's not a financial deal. Massive growth signs coming in for the companies, and happy to see fellow entrepreneurs as well becoming unicorns. Well, in fact, speaking of that, becoming unicorns, insurance comparison portal PolicyBazaar raised $200 million in a round led by SoftBank Vision Fund, and InfoEdge too has invested about $90 million, and this is in the parent of PolicyBazaar. We spoke today to the management of InfoEdge. They say that they have invested in PolicyBazaar in the year 2008 and that they are constantly on the lookout for early evidence of natural traction in companies. Let's have a listen.
PolicyBazaar, we went in 2008, and 10 years later, we're still investing. The company has delivered and performed. I think full credit to the management team and the founders and the entrepreneurs. And the truth is, we do very little. It's the entrepreneurs and the founders and the management team there that does everything. We just back them with money and help them now and then whenever they ask for help. So full credit to them rather than to us. Now, having said that, I think we look for very clear value propositions. We look for good founding teams, and we look for some evidence of natural traction early on. So if I go back 10 years ago to PolicyBazaar, I think we invested on a PowerPoint presentation and a prototype. And essentially, Yashish Daya, the CEO and founder, he came and he gave us a demonstration, and he said, okay, what are you paying for your car insurance? And which car do you have? And I told him, and he did a quick demo, and he said, I'm willing to bet you're paying 60% more than you should be. And he showed me 6 quotes live from insurance companies, which were much lower than what I was paying. And, that demonstration convinced us that, look, there is something here, and maybe we should back it. And we put in 20 crores as a Series A investment behind a PowerPoint presentation. Likewise for Zomato, there was clear evidence of utility, value proposition, good founders, and natural traction. This is a website which both Hitesh and I were using ourselves. And we never thought about investing until Hitesh mentioned one day and said, listen, why don't you look for investment? And that's when I made a cold call to the founder, Dipinder Goyal, and he came over and we shook hands. But basically, that site of getting traction, it is finding, people are finding it useful. I think some good founders, solving an unsolved problem, clear evidence of early natural traction. I think those are signs we look for when we invest. And then, of course, we work with the company and we keep backing it more and more as it goes along. and it's worked in 2-3 of our companies. Yes, that's what has worked. Can't make any forward-looking statements on Zomato other than saying that look, it's doing really very well. It's growing very fast. I think the capital infusion from Ant Financial came just at the right time, and they're utilizing that money very, very well to grow the delivery business, while of course the restaurant discovery business continues to grow. So I think Zomato has got, apart from a great management team, has got some natural advantages. It has got a very low cost of customer acquisition simply because it is the most popular restaurant discovery app, and therefore to convert its traffic to food ordering, it doesn't cost that much money as compared to any competitor which is not so popular for discovery. And that fundamental, I think, structural advantage will hold Zomato in good stead going forward. And yes, there is always inbound investor interest in that company. First, there was demonetization, then there was GST, and also RERA. The real estate sector, apart from being a big part of the economy, also has been historically a big employer, right? So there were these 3 discontinuous events, right? In addition, what we saw was that there was pressure on the IT sector, which accounts for a significant chunk of white-collar hiring in India in the last 10 years, and also a significant part of Naukri business. That was under pressure from changing models, from the rhetoric coming out of the US, the constraints on the H-1B visas, and so on. We now have got early evidence that, look, there may be a turnaround that's happening, and we may see a pickup in the next couple of quarters. But it's early yet, and we can't say for sure, but it looks like there is early evidence.
Welcome back. This is Startup Central. Now, to make stock market listing attractive for startups, BSE has decided to launch a new platform next month to list new age companies. This new BSE platform will facilitate listing of companies in sectors like IT, biotechnology, life sciences, 3D printing, technology, as well as e-commerce. Spelling out the criteria for the listing on the platform, the exchange said that the company needs to have a pre-issue paid-up equity share capital of a minimum of 1 crore rupees. The company should be in existence for at least a minimum of 3 years on the date of filing of the draft prospectus with the BSE. And besides that, it should have a positive net worth. Not just that, the company should not have been referred to the NCLT under Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code 2016, and no winding up petition against it must have been accepted by the NCLT. So clearly a big thrust there for startups to make their foray on the exchanges. But moving right on, customer management software maker Freshworks has crossed $100 million in annual recurring revenue, led by its customer support product Freshdesk. The CEO of Freshworks, Girish Mathrubootham, now joins in from Chennai to talk a little bit more about why this milestone is significant for the startup. Girish, lovely to have you with us on ET now. You've clocked in $100 million in annual recurring revenue from a SaaS perspective. Can you tell us why this milestone is significant for the company and sort of the larger meaning that this has?
First of all, let me say thank you for your congratulations. So I think we feel really happy and proud for any startup when you start at zero and let's say you want to kind of find your first million and then you find your first 10 million and so on. I think 100 is a very significant number anywhere in the world. So I think that shows that your products are actually well received. You have the maturity to go and sell to multiple businesses in the world. So while personally I think 100 million is a good milestone to celebrate, when you look at all the Silicon Valley startups, so I think 100 million is really where the journey begins to really creating a world-class product company, and that is what I'm personally excited about.
Nagesh, you branded last week from Freshdesk to Freshworks to highlight the fact that you have multiple products. So how much did this really help you towards achieving this milestone?
Yeah, so I think, yes, you're right. Last year we rebranded as Freshworks because we were already a multi-product company, and the Freshdesk brand wasn't really helping us tell the whole story to the world. And so today, with when we rebranded last year, we wanted to start our journey as a multi-brand company. But today, when you see Freshworks across customer support, marketing, sales, chat, and phone calls, like we have a comprehensive customer engagement platform. So some of our newer products have already gone into multiple millions of dollars of revenue. So Fresh Sales and Fresh Chat in particular, Fresh Sales is less than 2 years old and Fresh Chat is less than a year old, but already getting a lot of traction and attention in the market. So I think it has really helped us position ourselves not as a single product help desk software company, but more broadly as a customer engagement platform company. And that is also something that we announced recently. We are announcing today that we are launching Freshworks 360 as a customer engagement platform.
Now, you've also come up with a fully integrated cloud bundle called Freshworks 360. De-jargonize that us. How is this different from what you currently offer? How is this going to help make a meaningful difference for you?
Yeah, so probably I'll give you a quick analogy, right? Prior to the iPhone, we all had different kinds of products. Like we used Motorola or LG phones, we had MP3 players, we had portable DVD players, we had point and shoot cameras, we had Garmin or TomTom GPS navigation devices. As customers, we were all thinking that, hey, these are all established product categories and we need to buy all these products. Each one of these categories had established market leaders. But today, like, okay, or in 2006 when the iPhone launched, they created a new category by combining these existing categories and showed to the world how having a better user experience, a better product experience can help win in the market. So that is the analogy that I would like to take when you actually think of business software. Today the customers are actually thinking about multiple categories, like they need a help desk or they need a CRM or they need marketing automation. So what we are doing with Freshworks 360 is bringing together all of this into a unified experience where a customer can actually understand, a business can understand all of their customers across marketing or sales or support or social media channels or phone calls, emails. So imagine how powerful it would be for a business to know everything about their customers. That is what we are aiming to crack with Freshworks 360. We're pretty excited about that, and our customers who are using multiple products are actually helping us refine this vision.
You know, Girish, can't help but asking, but 2 unicorns in 2 weeks. What do you think this says about the startup ecosystem? Do you think Freshworks is next in line?
Yeah, so I think I'm pretty excited and happy. I think for Swiggy and PolicyBazaar, they're all friends, and it's great to see more unicorns coming out of India. This shows that beyond e-commerce, we can actually build successful companies and scale them.
We wish you all the very best in your endeavor. Thanks very much for joining in and giving us that perspective. With that, it's completely timed out right here on Startup Central. Thanks for watching.